السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. Hello everyone, this is Liquidity Club by Ahmed Shawi. Today is Sunday, the 8th of September 2024. I'll be doing the weekly market review. Starting with the XY, here we have the weekly time frame chart. As you can see, price has retraced towards that favor gap. This is a weekly favor gap that was recently created last week. We touched into that favor gap. We barely reached to the constant quadrant of that favor gap, and then we started trading down lower. Revisited that sell side liquidity right there. So we're building sell side liquidity here. You can see that only wicks are taking out the sell side liquidity. Nobody has been, it's like no candle body is below this level. So I'm waiting for price to really jam down lower below this sell side liquidity and close below it. And you can also see that, you can notice that we retraded towards the inversion favor gap, a favor gap that we traded below and closed below it, and now we're retracing and we treating it as support, or sorry, as resistance. So from here I'm expecting price to just jam down lower. We have this discount wick. I'm looking for price to trade below the consecutive encroachment of this discount wick and trade and close below it on a daily time frame chart, and then we'll be treating it as resistance that can pretty much as a springboard or a launch pad to trade down lower below this low right there. So that's how I'm looking at it. Going to the daily time frame chart, you can see how we trade towards that daily favor gap right there. A bit of a mohawk here, which is usual, which is expected from price. It's just doing the damage here. The wicks are doing the damage, and we're trading below here. You can see an institutional order for intraday here right there on Friday, and we jumped down lower. This was NFP, by the way. Last week we had NFP last Friday. So you can see, look at this favor gap. We're expecting it to be treated as inversion favor gap. Once we closed below it, you can see that the body here of this Friday's candle is just respecting this inversion favor gap, and it's not willing to trade and close above it. It's just the wicks that are doing the damage by reaching towards that favor gap here. But the body of this candle, of Friday's candle, is just respecting this inversion favor gap here. So from here, I'm just looking for price to just jam down lower below the sell side liquidity right there. And that's going to be pretty much it for DXY. Going to ES, here I'm viewing the continuous contract and I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. As you can see, we had seen a tank down lower here on ES, and pretty much in the indices, price retraced here down into this favor gap, a busy buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So when it rallied up higher here, mid-August or early August, it's say there was inefficiency. It was inefficient with sell side delivery. So now here with early September price delivery, we've seen price redelivering with sell side delivery into that busy to make it efficient. And running from here, this inefficiency, I'm expecting price to just run up higher towards the buy side liquidity, because now we're building buy side liquidity at these highs. So previously we had a buy side liquidity here that is resting. People who shorted at this high or anywhere near this level, they're trusting this high as their stop loss level. And when price jammed down lower here, took the sell side liquidity, we've taken a lot of sell side, we've pretty much flushed a lot of orders here of sell side liquidity, and we roll it up higher. Price didn't take out the buy side liquidity yet. Now take attention pretty much to every word that I say, because there's nothing I say is out of order or useless or nonsense. We roll it up higher and we didn't take out the buy side liquidity yet. We formed another high here that is below this high. This is building, this is priming, this is called priming. This is where the market makers, the algorithm is pretty much priming retail traders that this is to be trusted as resistance level. The market is traded up higher, barely reached to the buy side liquidity, but it couldn't take out that high, which is telling to retail traders that you can trust this high as your stop loss level. And here, once we price traded down lower here on this candle, Many retail traders have trailed their stop loss above this high here because they're trusting that it cannot break above this high. But if you look closely, there's pretty much the sell side liquidity has been flushed over there. This candle right here. Favor a gap, which is an inefficiency in the marketplace and needs to be efficient. It needs to be balanced out ASAP. It's being balanced out here. There's small gap here, as you can see, that is still yet to be. It can leave it open to build liquidity for the upcoming run, but it has pretty much balanced out the majority of this inefficiency. It might pretty much balanced out the majority of it. Now, what is the algorithm? What are the market makers looking at the moment? Mainly the algorithm, because there's no sell side liquidity to be reached, as we've already flushed the sell side liquidity right there. There's no inefficiency to be balanced out since we've already traded down lower towards this inefficiency. So what's the next drawn liquidity? What is the market looking at next? What is the algorithm pretty much crunching numbers, looking at the levels that are in the past? We look at the data that has been provided to us in the past and we try to work with it. Now, based on the information, on the intel that I've been given here on this chart, and I'm trying to be as close as possible to the algorithm. I'm expecting that the algorithm, or pretty much I'm anticipating, we're just anticipating. There's nothing like it's 100% a surety because at any moment, at any given day or time, there could be any geopolitical thing or event happening around the world, and this can pretty much cause euphoria. This can cause many things in the markets, and at that time, the algorithm will not function as it intended to do. So there will be human intervention in the markets, and it wouldn't be as you expect it to be. The algorithm will not function in these events, in these moments. So based on the intel, and if the algorithm will be functioning from here moving forward, I'm expecting the next target would be the buy side liquidity. Now, as I've mentioned, this is not 100% a surety because there could be any event taking place in the world that can change the realm of this chart. We can just jam down lower to take out the sell side liquidity out of nowhere. But based on the intel here and based on what have the algorithm, based on what I've studied and what I've been mentored to do, I'm expecting this buy side liquidity to be the next target. It couldn't be, cannot be this week, next week, maybe next month, but this is what the market is highest probability. Gun to my head is what I'm expecting price to be at least reaching towards. It can just take out this high and just then jump down lower. But this is what my direction is to be expected by program. So going to the daily time frame chart, you can see ready towards this fair value gap here. And on Friday, we pretty much jammed down low towards the fair value gap here. There is absolutely no fair value gap here. We just have this volume balance here that I forgot to draw your attention toward, but here I'm trying to show you. You have this volume balance. If price wants to really do the damage by accumulating a lot of orders, this is the place, this is the last line of defense, if you'd say. Price can just have the wicks damaging the volume balance, but the bodies of the candles would, um, ideally, I want them to be respecting this fair value gap, the busy here, the high of this candle and the low of this candle. I want the bodies of the candles going to next week to be respecting this fair value gap and pretty much running up higher. You see here the smooth highs here? There's a lot of buy side liquidity resting above this high here. And we have in a close proximity, we have this high. So what we have here, we have relative equal highs. A relative equal highs can be a high with a lower high, which is the highest probability equal highs or relative equal highs. And we can have a high with a higher high, but not that really higher high. We need them to be in close proximity. So the highest probability relative equal highs is where we have a high and a high that is lower than this high. This is priming retail traders that this could be trusted as resistance. and everything I say is going to be diametrically opposed to the sell side liquidity, or pretty much the opposing chart. So if we had like, if the chart would be diametrically opposed, we'll be saying the same thing for the sell side liquidity. So from here, I'm expecting price to just run up higher. We have this favorite gap to be treated later on in the future as an inverted favorite gap. Price will be treating it as support that can pretty much treat it as springboard or a launch pad to run up higher towards the buy side liquidity. So that is going to be pretty much it for ES. Going to NQ. Here I'm viewing the continuous contract and I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. As you can see for NQ, price has traded down lower towards that rejection block right there. From here, I'm expecting an immediate reaction up higher, trading towards the buy side liquidity here and the buy side liquidity here. We have also this 5-minute gap. Going to the daily time frame chart, you can see how price traded down lower towards that volume imbalance and reached the rejection to the weekly rejection block right there. From here, I'm expecting higher prices, treating this as an inverted 5-minute gap once we trade above and close above it here on the daily time frame chart. Reaching towards this buy side liquidity, we have relative equal highs here. We have this high also. So that's going to be pretty much it for NQ. Going to EURUSD, also known as the fiber. Here I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. As you can see, fiber has almost barely reached towards that weekly 5-minute gap here, but it did reach towards it. As you can see, there's a small gap here, but it didn't reach towards it. Going to next week, I'm wanting to see a daily closure above this, the constant encroachment of this premium wick. That will be treating it after we close above it, or treating it as support that can send up price up higher towards the buy side liquidity right there. Going to the daily time frame chart, as you can see, we traced down lower here, seek inefficiency, seeked liquidity in terms of internal liquidity here. You got the sell side liquidity here, we reached that favorite gap. As you can see, a bit of here on Tuesday, I believe, we reached below the favorite gap. I was wanting it to reach towards that favorite gap and the bullish order block, but it didn't reach towards it. And we traded up higher, closed above that favorite gap that we reached and accumulated orders of, and then we're treating it as support, as you can see. Going to next week, I want to see these favorite gaps right there to be treated as inverted favorite gaps as support once we trade and close above them. So that's going to be pretty much it for EURUSD, or also known as the fiber. Going to pound USD, also known as the cable. Here I'm viewing the weekly time frame chart. You can see here for pound USD or the cable, we traded down lower to the internal range liquidity, which is the favorite gap, FBC, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So it's inefficient with the sell side delivery. Trading towards it here. Going to next week, the same thing is mentioned for here for pound USD. I want to see it run, trade, and close above it, above the concentration of this premium weight on a daily time frame. Going to the daily time frame chart, as you can see, we retraced here towards that weekly 5-minute gap. We formed a low here, and then on Tuesday we jammed down lower and took out this low here, right there, and then we roll it up higher. So that's gonna be pretty much it. I want to see a run up higher to the buy side liquidity. As you can see, we formed a high here, and above this high, we have a previous high buy side liquidity. You can go to your charts. I haven't showed it here, but if you go in the past, you see that there's a buy side liquidity, and looking close proximity, we have a high here also. So that's going to be a relative equal highs. That's a high in the past and now a lower high, which is increasing the probabilities for price to run up higher and take out both of these highs, because it's priming to retail traders that this can be trusted as resistance. So that is going to be pretty much it for this weekly review. If you have any questions or you want to go over any of the information, please don't hesitate to message me on Twitter, X. My Twitter handle is in the link in the description down below. Don't forget to also to like, share, subscribe. You can also join our Discord community server where we'll be sharing info, doing some tip reading sessions, all of these good things. And if you want to also ask any questions, you're more than welcome to join our community. That is going to be pretty much it. I really hope you found this one insightful. Until I talk to you next time, be safe. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.